Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you today on this nice Saturday? It's brisk outside, but nevertheless, whenever the sun is out, how can we complain? Well, I hope you're doing, what's a good word, baby crone? What's a good word?
Excellent. Extravagant.
Extravagant. Yes, extravagant. That's how I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing extravagant. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing really good. However, there has been a lot going on in the news. But before I get into the news, I definitely want to say something about the brown round. No matter what we do, I think we do a lot of intent to do the brown round and really bring you the news. But whatever, I don't think it's working, baby crone. Baby Crone and I talked about it, and we'll just give our opinion on it. And that's what we're going to be doing from now on. Whether it's one topic, whether it's two, whether it's three, no more than four. We're just going to go in and just talk about how we feel and our opinion on it. And hopefully you can have opinion on it too. It will range from the housewives of Potomac to what's going on with the guy that had the funeral today or yesterday?
Tyree Nichols.
Tyree
Nichols.
The name?
Tyree,
I didn't hear what you were saying. Tyree Nichols, and we'll get to talk about whatever, to what's going on in Russia. We get to discuss everything, but it'll just be a few things at a time. So with that being said, as you know, this will never change. I can never, ever do this without baby crone. She does so much. Believe me, I am lost without her. She is more than my two thumbs. She is my hands, my wrists, my ankles, my neck, and damn near my head. Come on in here, baby crone.
Yes,
that angel,
crone.
my earth angel. Come in here. Let's give them a little bit. We haven't given them no lightning. Come on.
Okay.
This may be phony, but we're keeping it. Because we need that energy.
Yes.
Baby, can you give me some lightning, please? I really need some.
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Thank you. It may be phony, but we're just transferring energy. And if you believe it, energy is not created. Guess what, babe?
What?
It cannot be destroyed. So
True.
that's the one thing we count on. And if you say, no, it's not, that's why you're sitting here. You're a ball of energy. And guess what? And when that energy is no more, guess what? It will just get up. Your body cannot take it. It will just get up and move on. Like energy does, right? It transfers, right?
Yes,
it moves
does.
and conforms to whatever it is its counterpart, like proton and neutrons. Am I right, baby crone?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, let's get into some hot topics on this brown round. What's going on? Let's get the major subjects out today.
Well, first
name them.
Okay, well, we have Beyonce in the news.
Okay, right. Yes. I definitely, excuse me.
Yes, of course. And then we briefly mentioned Tyree Nichols. And then on top of that, Ricky Smiley as well. And then
His son.
Yes, his son. And then we have Youngboy NBA.
Yeah.
And that's all of our topics.
So those are those hot topics. So first of all, we definitely want to send prayers up to Ricky Smiley and his family for the loss of their dear son. And
Yes.
I think it
Brandon
was his oldest
Smiley.
boy, Brandon Smiley. We definitely sending up prayers for the Smileys.
Yes.
And it must be a horrible thing to lose your son. Excuse me. I know when I lost my sister, I have lost a couple of sisters, but the last one, it's hard. So my heart and my condolences go out to the Smileys. Now,
Yes.
on something else, what can we move on to?
Just to get the deaths out the way.
Let's talk about Beyonce.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go in for it. Okay, let's go. What you know? Tell what you know. You know?
Well, whoever this bodyguard is, they call him Uncle Ron.
Uncle Ron.
And Uncle Ron spoke and allegedly has been silenced on top of that, saying Beyonce has been doing drugs out there doing witchcraft. I mean, all the things that the Illuminati's alleged for, she's been associated with, and now suddenly he's like, I take back what I said. Well, not take back what I said. He wanted something from Beyonce, and he's gonna make sure he's gonna
Was
get
it Beyonce? It could have been from the Carters.
Yeah, whoever.
Who knows?
Whoever. They had something of his, and he wanted it back. So hopefully him being silenced means he's gonna get what he wants out of the Carters.
Whatever it was, he excuse me, he is saying nothing that we have not heard before.
Maybe the drug allegations.
I've never heard about the drug allegations, but when I went to look back to see was there an allegation, it went all the way back there from what? 2015. So this has been around. So I already knew about the witchcraft. I already know about the Beyonce church and how they worship her name. But before all of that, when I first started, one of the things that made me get started is that I had a real strong, what's that? Inkling about Beyonce and Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
And I knew that their time is arriving where they are going to come down. I didn't know who was going to go first, and I didn't know how it was going to go, but I knew that they were going to start being revealed. And I talked about that in my video. What was it? Hollywood or Holly Witches.
Yes.
So I knew. And now I say to you, the man said, Uncle, what's his name, Buck?
Ron.
Oh, Uncle Ron says something that was striking. He kept saying to me, because I'm not looking for anything, I'm just listening. He kept saying, I already told my lawyers, I have 6 lawyers, if I show up missing, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I never have, blah, blah, blah. My heart goes out because we've heard people say this about the Carters. And besides, he's saying, I know that you don't believe me.
Yeah.
I know that, but people, I'm telling you, their videos is all about rituals.
It's true.
They are feared. How is it that man is up there saying, I'm not afraid, but he retracts, he even apologized to the bees.
Yes, he did.
Either he's going to get what he wants, or he's afraid. And he didn't come off like he was afraid.
Right.
He just came off like I'm over a barrel, and he looked at the end, can I be honest? He looked like a jackass. He looked like somebody who came with all this information, and then either you was bought off or threatened and you backpedal. What that saying I hear, backpedal and pussy popping, that's what I saw him do.
He did do that, for sure.
So he makes it where you can't even respect anything that he says. And I'm just keeping it 100.
Yeah.
I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? You would have just better off not to say nothing. But you made all that smoke. And then you're going to be getting offended with people when they challenging what you say. Well, maybe the word is not offended, but you're having a kind of like a sharp tongue. If you're not going to go all the way, don't come halfway. And that's how I felt about, what's his name, little dude with Kim? You know his name.
Little dude?
Little dude, I can't think of his name. I can't think. Little, is Pete Little?
No, I don't know who Kim with.
I didn't say who was with Kim. It was only one show that they only showed that I can't think of the brother's name, and they made the videotape.
Oh, Ray J.
See,
it was sad she had to mention a tape for me to remember Ray J.
I said the little one with Kim, and try not to go there and keep exploiting her, But anyway, with all that being said, I just see him now as not a credible witness. I'm sorry. Everything that he said, we have heard. I know I've heard before. And I know one thing. If I don't know anything else, everything what you've done in the dark will come to the light eventually. And I'm telling you, Beyonce and the Kardashians, their days are numbered. I'm not saying they're going to be poor and broke, but the veil is going to be lifted and you're going to see them for who they really are.
That's true.
It's going to happen one way or another. It's going to happen. And it's not that I'm wishing any ill will on anyone. Not at all. No. It's just the fact that he says something that I've always said something. He says you all will go and spend your money on Beyonce, but Beyonce will never do anything for you.
Yeah.
Pretty much paraphrasing. And I've always said that. I don't see her get involved in anything.
Nope.
She just always plead, and yet y'all go crazy for her. You know, the gays, well, not the gays, let me just name them all. Heterosexual first.
True.
And so let me go lesbians, gays, bi, trans, Q plus. Did I get it?
Yes,
you drilled it in my head with that movie's buddy.
Right.
So anyway, for all of us, why won't we pick and choose who we want to be our leaders? Be your own leader. Stop looking for these people to lead you. Lead yourself. And that's all I gotta say about Beyonce. I mean, it's like, and it's like even when she went in the show in Dubai.
Yeah.
Do you really think she did it for the money only?
No.
No. No and hell no. She did it because she's got a club salt. She's got a cult following there. And why I say cult, because she's for homosexuals. She's for gay. I ain't judging her, free for all of us. So it ain't about that. But you in a country where they didn't even allow you to sing one song that even pertained to it, which I understand.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you right there, in my opinion, Beyonce gonna do what's right for Beyonce and Beyonce business. And right now, this was a money move, but not the millions she made, but getting there for all those people who long to see her.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Woo! And I'm sure they may have later televised it or cut out bits and pieces.
And as you saw, maybe through the colors, she could have tried to symbolize the community.
Well, I looked at the rainbow. I looked at it. And it was very subtle because not all the colors were there.
No, not all the colors.
Not all the colors were there.
Just bright colors. She didn't really have dark colors.
She didn't. No, I looked for those colors. If they were very subtle. So they were so muted, it didn't matter. But someone said that she had the rainbow colors. She did not. However, if she did, that would have been clever.
It would have.
It would have been clever. But nevertheless, she played it. She played it safe. And it looked like she was injured on top of it.
Oh, okay.
With her ankle, she was limping a little bit. So anyway, like I said, what you do in the dark will come to the light. They talking about Beyonce's daughter. They singing Blue Ivy is spoiled. And, oh, child, what do you expect? They millionaires. They say Beyonce sleep around, get high all day. This is what they say. Who is they? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Yes.
So, but the truth will come out in the wash. Believe me. What goes up must come down. All right, I had to throw that in there. All right, let's get the next one. Who we have now?
Robyn Dixon.
Oh, yes, let's get in it. Okay. Everybody is dogging Robyn Dixon from the Housewife of Potomac.
Yes.
My feelings are this. I don't have to share every little bit a piece of my life.
Yeah.
I give you everything. Okay, maybe I don't want to share the fact that my husband is out there fooling around with a blonde. All right. I may be embarrassed.
So does that mean Karen was telling the truth?
That just means Karen was being a jackass. It's like everybody's always bearer of bad news. Yeah. We get off on watching somebody else's demise, and we think we're entitled.
Yes, that is true. The internet has done that to us because
do you think you're entitled to every crevice of their life? And now you're calling to get her fired? What if somebody were to go around and say, I don't like what you do and get fired?
Yeah, exactly.
This thing that people do, it's a culture that do cancel culture, that just always ready to fire somebody. Before you fire somebody, think about you and your position, and how would you feel that somebody wants to fire you over some dumb foolishness because they didn't tell you, you didn't tell them all your business.
Right.
And talk about, well, you got paid. Yes, I told you a lot. Maybe this is just, maybe mentally I can't handle it. And of course you'll get off the show. Yeah, you'll say get off the show, but I'm telling you, I want to say something, but if I say it, people might be angry with me. Oh. And I don't want it, but can I say it? Mm-hmm. It just seems to me that I'm not even afraid to say what I want to say. But I just feel like a lot of gay people really always talking about people getting fired. Yeah, it's true. Like when it comes down to the housewives and stuff like that, the first thing they sing is like they fire. It's like I feel like they have a market over it. And it's like it takes the femininity out of it. Mm-hmm. And it just becomes so far them. Yep. Get rid of them. It has no drama. And you ain't bringing the drama. And it takes away the feminine side of it. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It just, when and now you have a lot of women that follow after the gay. They be like, yeah, but a lot of times it's not even about that for us women. We're not like that really.
No, and it's just draining and exhausting. And
then it's like you got to bring in somebody else, and we got to get to know them, and because somebody they did the same thing to Kenya. Yeah. I just don't think that she did anything, but from what I understand, she got fired.
Oh, well.
I'm sad about that.
I don't know, hopefully, maybe that's something they'll talk about on the reunion. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, this show that we're looking at this week is supposed to be the last, and then we'll be headed for the reunion. Oh, okay. I vented, and like I said, look, I don't have any problems with gay people. I love you, smooches. I'm just saying, it just seems like from my vantage point, when I look, it's like that's what you always do. Even when it comes down to Carlos. He's always counseling people. It would be wonderful if people had money like Carlos, where he can go. And another thing about Carlos, and I'm just giving my opinion, right? Yeah. They butter you up, they talk sweet about you, and then they just rip your head off. It's just, they relentless to me. And that's just my opinion. I love gays. That sounds so cliche. I don't even want to say that. I'm just saying, I'm just voicing my opinion from where I'm sitting, and I hope it don't offend anyone. I'm just voicing an opinion. Because I can't call you anything else. You want to be called what? Gay? Yeah. And lesbian, right? So the gay fits
everybody.
I would imagine. Whoever feel that way. So anyway, it's no hurting feelings, just my opinion. Yeah. Because it is a lot of gay men that deliver this on the Housewives. It's a lot. At least from where I see it from. No judgment, just making my observation. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And then lastly, we have Youngboy NBA and his recent interview on Billboard talking about how he is scared of people and very anxious, and apparently wants to be a Mormon now. He's been touched by the Mormons, and they've been coming to his house every day. Oh, and apparently he got married too. Let's not forget that as well.
It just seemed like he's going through some kind of spiritual warfare. The man has been arrested for how many years? 2 years? 3 years?
Yes, since October of 2021.
So he's been arrested in the house. I mean, he's putting music out. I got a chance to listen to his music, and I must confess, I enjoyed his music.
Yeah, it was good.
I must confess, it wasn't as scary, but some of the things he say are scary. However, the way he's saying it, you don't even know it's scary until you go, but what he say? Mm-hmm. You know, I like his music. I think he's a genius. I think he is most feared in America. He's one of the most feared rappers. It is definitely, people have definitely came up missing after crossing him. Nobody's saying it is or he isn't. He beat his rap, but they're just saying he is not one you want to act with. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he have affiliation with gang, serious gang, not no play stuff gang, and he is feared, and he has a cult following that is huge. Mm-hmm. Huge. And he did it all by himself with eight tracks or tapes or whatever. He just did it. And I don't know why they're keeping him in this place.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because it was said that he wasn't found guilty of the charge he's being under house arrest for. But the judge, I don't know, allegedly they're saying the judges are afraid to let him out. From his house, and that this might be a campaign to try to make him look renewed and trying to get the public's
they trying to say that if he comes off, he comes off very passive. And in his interview, and this was done a few days ago, correct? He comes off very like, I'm scared of people. I'm really scared of people. And he just seemed like he's, I don't know,
doesn't sound like the way he has before.
Sound very timid, very timid, and until you put a mic in his hand, I mean, he can rap.
Yes,
he's a rapper, and I like his music, but I like hip hop, so I like his music, and but he seemed very timid. I don't know if this is real. I don't see why he would fake it.
Right.
And giving his life over for a Mormon. Look, I can't talk about any religion. If all I know about the Mormons, they're not going to hurt you. So if that's what you got to do to find peace and something within your soul as you go through it, whatever make you feel peace, go for it. And if you find that peace in Mormons, go for it. Who am I? I know very little about it. All I know is that when I lived in Virginia, they were there and they were very kind and generous, and I was as generous to them as well. So I have nothing negative to say about a faith that I don't follow. By the way, baby, Cone, your makeup is slamming, baby.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you look good.
Well,
all right, okay, sorry about that. But anyway, so what else I want to say? He just seemed like he's just like lost, just going through some internal struggles. But what I'm going to do a quick read on him anyway, because I want to know why is this real?
Right.
I want to know, is this all real, or is he just being, what is the word I want to use? Or is he being a chameleon?
Oh, that's a good word.
Yeah, is he just being like this? I'm just scared of people. I'm just scared of people. Or is he, I'm scared of people.
Right, there's two different.
Yeah. I'm scared of people. Which one is it? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. That's my accent again. I don't know. I don't know. And that's where I'm at with him, because you put a mic in his hand, it's like, oh my God, he can rock a house. And his music is phenomenal. I give credit where credit is due. And on a quick note, another notorious person that is streaming crazy, and my heart goes out to her. We got the mail, and that is, what's his name? We just talked about him.
NBA, Youngboy.
Youngboy, and his counterpart is Crone Ron. I hope on one hand, this side of me, this is my left side. On my left side, I want her to be pregnant. I hope it helps her. I hope it brings her down. I hope it brings her down. But on my right, it's like you're fooling yourself. She is not ready to have a baby. I don't care. She's going to need help. She's too busy running about Blueface.
Yes, that is very true.
She's too young. She's not ready. And she could be offended. And this is said out of love. Out of love. But she done heard it 1,000 times.
Yes, she has.
So I'm so small on the totem pole, she won't even get to hear me. But I have such a love for this young girl, this young woman. She is so talented. She is so attractive. However, she's losing her looks because she's starting to get too fat. Not the word fat. She's starting to pick up a lot of weight around the midriff. From the time she was with Blueface,
that is true,
to now, she's looking like almost two different people. I'm telling you, she's had a banging body. Now she's pudgy.
And two different personalities.
Two different personalities, too fat her head that she refused to get fixed. She just wants to be that Baltimore hood. It is what it is. But I assure you, she will grow out of it. She's 22.
Yes.
Give her till she's about 27, 26. She'll grow out of it. She's going to look back on this stuff and cringe, okay?
I bet she will.
She's going to look back on this and cringe and go, oh my God, I don't. So, speaking of Blueface, with those two in charge, let's just keep them in prayers.
Yes.
Let's send some prayers up for them both. Because I don't know really what's going on with NBA.
Right.
I don't know, Youngboy. I don't, but I just feel like he's standing in need of prayer. And I truly believe that he had family members praying for him. And he knows that the very fact that he's alive is a miracle, because he almost died when he was young, as I understand. So prayers go up for him, and definitely prayers go up for Crone. We're out with so much love. So, from now on, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to sit down and we're going to take a few things and we're just going to talk about it. So is there anything that you want? Is there any, before we leave though, I would like to know what's going on in entertainment. I would like to know that. What's the #1 song?
Well, currently Miley Cyrus is...
Oh, Flower?
Yes.
I finally got a chance to hear Hippy Dippy.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's #1. It's been #1 for 2 weeks
So
now.
who do you think... So what is the awards that's coming up we're getting ready to see?
I'm not sure.
Was it the Grammys?
Could be the Grammys is coming up. I'm not sure if the Oscars is also coming up as well.
So, it's in February soon, right? It's coming up any day now, correct?
Okay, so the Oscars is March 13th, and then Grammys is... I don't know where my voice went for a second. Oh, wow, the Grammys is tomorrow,
I know it was
February 5th.
any day now. So we're going to be looking. So you think Beyonce's going to take it? It's gonna be close, because there's a lot of people out there. And my opinion, Beyonce album didn't do as good as Beyonce thought it would do, first of all. And I have to admit, I just like to be fair. Taylor Swift album did do it.
Oh yeah, it did. It was her song.
And who else was it before? What's that guy name?
Oh,
We follow. She follows us. She follows this.
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith. But anyway, we're going to look at we're going to look at this.
The Grammys.
And we're going to share our opinion, what we think. Congrats, just to be nominated is
Yes,
an
for
honor.
real.
So is this just for music and pictures and everything? See, I'm getting into it because of the brown round, and if we're going to talk about it, we got to know what we're talking about.
Yes, it's for music.
Just music?
Yes.
Well, I'm eager to see it. It's for music for everybody.
Yes.
For every category.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. Well, and when situations are like this, maybe Beyonce will definitely get something.
Who knows?
So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed our recap of the week with Travis Smiley.
Yeah, you mean Ricky Smiley.
I mean, yeah, Ricky Smiley's son. Like I said, prayers going up. What else?
Beyonce.
Yes. Youngboy and
Robyn Dixon. Oh, and of course, Crone Ron.
and Crone Rock. So with that, that's our quick what we felt going on in this week. Is there anything else other than the weather taking a change for crazy? Because finally it's cold, but it got cold. Sometimes it get cold in November. I mean, sometimes it get really, really cold in January, especially because Maryland is funny like that. And it could snow, but it didn't at this point. But it's getting cold, so we got a month. But let me tell you the good news. The good news is February always come with good days. Why?
Yes.
Because spring is next month.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So with that being said,
We're
did anybody know what the groundhog seen his shadow?
Oh, that's
Do
a good
you
question.
believe that?
I have no idea.
We're gonna have 6 weeks, but when you really think about it, 6 weeks of bad weather is nothing. Really, it's just a month and a half. And you gotta consider, out of all of those months, out of all those 6 weeks, how many good days you're gonna have?
So the groundhog did see his shadow.
And that means?
That's what I'm looking for.
That means 6 weeks of bad weather.
6 more weeks of winter.
And the weather changed, so we'll see. He saw a shadow where, hey, we could have a snowstorm. But the wonderful thing about February is, the hailing of a new season is on the dawn.
Yes,
and no
is.
matter what, it has to go into place. So no matter what the weather is, things are going to start brightening up.
Yes, that is
Especially if you live over here in Maryland and the surrounding areas, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania,
DC.
Delaware, DC. If you live in these areas, we almost out of the forest. It's going to be bumpy, but we almost out. So with that being said, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I like the fact that you did the brown round,
Yes.
the super brown round,
Yeah.
with super going into some super information.
Yes,
We don't
hot
know what
tea.
to talk about. Some really hot tea in our opinions. And last, this is my new look.
Yes, it is.
This is it. Tell me what you think.
Yes. Go,
This is
Lady
the
Crone.
color. What you think? What you think? This is me. Didn't want to be black no more or dark brown. I mean, this is where I want to be for now. So I'm going to be rocking this for a look, but if you don't like it or whatever, just say, no. And the majority wins. But so far, I think it makes me look a little mature. I got to get used to it, but I like the color.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else can I say? I think we covered everything,
Yeah, we
right?
covered everything.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick read on Youngboy and Baby Crone have a date. She's
Yes.
going to some kind of restaurant where they fry the food in front of
Mhm.
you and all of that.
Yes.
Maybe one day you'll take me and I'll get the experience.
Yes.
So anyway, I thank you so much. I'm just trying to figure that I forget anything. Yes, I have.
What?
Congratulations to us.
Oh.
Congratulations to us. Congratulations to us. Congratulations to us. We made 500 and more.
Yes, that was perfect.
And we have a birthday coming up soon.
Yes,
so
we do.
This is good. We had every intentions on having the cupcake and the everything, but we decided we'll wait for the month and we'll just do it all in one big
That would be
caboose.
nice.
That'd be nice. So anyway, thank you again for joining us. Please watch the Brown Round. Watch it. If it's somebody that you think that, long as it's Karen, it's got to be Karen.
Right.
If it's somebody that you want us to talk about, and you want to hear our opinion on the Brown Round, by all means, tell them, baby, come.
Yes, leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Say, hey, look, I want you to talk about blah blah, but it's got to be Karen.
Right. Or hey, we always looking for news too. Be like, hey, this is in the news. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah, did you hear this? Blah blah blah. You know. I will run with it. I will search it out and run with it. And still, if there's somebody you want me to read, not the same old person over and 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 over again. The same old person with different partners. I mean, I'm just talking about if you're willing to just work with me, I'm willing to work with you. And let's just respect the gift. So with that being said, I really appreciate you. I'm so glad you're joining us. Please watch this, what is this, the Brown Round.
Yes.
Please, it's going to be different. We're going to get in some hot topics. We really want to go in. We really want to talk about those things that are hot.
Yes.
So, with that being said, again and finally, ciao!